Well, hello students, it's Mrs. Potvin here, and I am back for lesson 2 of our distance learning time. I have to say I am so excited and interested to hear all of your responses to the last lesson when we listened to that song Stand By Me by Ben E. King. If you forgot to do it and you still want to respond, that's okay, there's still time to do it. Remember, we listened to the song. I asked you to listen for words that may be repeated. Stand by me. And then I asked you to respond to maybe one of 3 questions. One of them was, when I hear this song, or when I listen to the song, I hear, and it was something that you get to decide what you hear. Number 2, when I listen to this song, it reminds me of something. Or when I listen to this song, it makes me feel something. So we will be using that song, Stand By Me, in today's lesson. But first, we're going to talk about something that I call found sounds. Found sounds are sounds that are found. They're things that we find in our everyday lives that we use to make sound or make music. And it's really kind of perfect to study found sounds right now because we're all at home or in a place that's safe and we're not at school. So we need to be creative and we need to think about how we can make music with things that are everyday objects. The first type of found sounds that I'm going to talk about today are called medals. Now, if I was talking about medals in the music room, I would go to the back cabinet and I would get out maybe a triangle or a cymbal or something that was metal that made a sound. I don't have a triangle at my house, but I do have other things that are made of metal. So the thing that we're going to use today for our medals are, oops, I think you just heard them, a fork and a knife. Now, my fork and my knife are made of metal. I just got them out of my kitchen drawer, and I think most of us probably have a fork and a knife in our house somewhere. So the first thing that you're going to do is you are going to pause this video. You find that pause button and go to the place in wherever you are that has a fork and a knife. Now, if you're not in your home right now, maybe ask the grown-up that's with you if they can find a fork and a knife for you. Or if you could ask them to help you find something else that is metal that would make a metal sound when you tap it together. So you're going to pause the video. I'll wait for you. But you're going to pause the video and go get that. Okay, so you have your knife and you have your fork. Be safe with your knife. I hope your knife, see, my knife is not very, very sharp. So I got a knife that's not super sharp. But what you're going to do is you're just going to tap them together. See what kind of sound you can make with it. Can you find a way to make a sound that rings more? If I tap it on the end like this, it's kind of clunky and not very musical. But if I tap it on the side, it rings a little bit more. See if you can find a place that rings a little bit more. Did you find it? All right. Now, so you have your metal instrument, your knife, and your fork. Let's play it together, and we're going to play it. We're gonna have our musical beats in groups of 4. So count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are going to play only on number 4. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Take your fork, take your fork, and take your knife. Set them down. Our next category of found sounds is scrapers. It's an instrument that makes a scraping sound. Now, if I was at school in the music room, I would go in my cabinet and I would get out that thing that looks like a fish and you scrape it. It's called a guiro. Or one of those, you know how we have those sticks and they have ridges on them and we rub them together? Another type of scraping instrument would be a washboard that has that metal part that goes like this and you scrape it with your fingernails. Those are all scraping instruments. I don't have any of those in my house. I don't know about you, but I just don't have any of those. So I looked around my house today and I found a couple things that could be used for a scraper. This is an empty water bottle. I suppose you could use a full water bottle too, but it would give you a much different sound. But anyhow, this is an empty water bottle, and I took it out of a recycling bin. And if I use my water bottle with a pencil, it's got these ridges on it. It makes a scraping sound. Another way to use a scraper is I found this, this is a lid from a box, and I don't know if you can see it very well, but it has these, there you go. It has these ridges right there. Don't write on it. But that could be used for a scraper. I have a couple other ideas. How about a can? Do you have any cans in your pantry or in your cabinet? So, well, this is a can that I already used. I made some food a couple days ago and I put this in the recycling bin. And when I took the label off the can, it's kind of ridged. We call these ridges. Nice scraping instrument. Now, if you don't have an empty can, do not go in your cabinet and take a full can and take the label off. Because if you do that, and then it's time to eat some food, you don't know what's inside because you've taken the label off. So don't do that. People at home will not be happy with you. But you could use a can. Another scraping instrument. Ooh, here's another one. A notebook. Now it has these little, what do we call this? Spiral bound notebook. Another way to make a scraping instrument. And my last idea for a scraping instrument is spoons. Now, I need a little bit of practice, but if I take one spoon and put it in my hand like this, and another spoon and put it in between my fingers, and then I rub it against my other hand. See, it doesn't make a great sound. I need some practice with that, but you can make kind of a scraping sound with some spoons. So, your next job is to pause this video and look around wherever you're at. Can you find something that will make a scraping sound? I'll wait for you. Okay, you're back. Now I'm going to use the water bottle. I am keeping the cap on, so it's upside down. And I'm going to use this for a scraper. And for this one, we're going to play on beat number 2. Remember with our medals, we played on beat 4? Well, for this one, we're going to play on beat 2. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 3 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we played on beat 2. So I'm going to put my scraper down. Watch this video that I made. It's me. You're going to see 4 of me. And in 2 of the parts of the video, you're going to see me playing a ukulele and a piano. But in the other 2 parts of the video, you're going to see me playing the scraper, and you're going to see me playing the metal instrument. You'll notice I play the scraper on beat 2 and the metal instrument on beat 4. This is Stand By Me for ukulele, piano, pencil, water bottle, knife, and fork. 2, 3, 4. I don't know if you thought that was fun, but I had a lot of fun making that. So I used an app on my phone, and that's an app that you can talk to your grown-ups about. It's called Acapella, and it's an app that you can get, and you can make recordings of yourself. But we're gonna play together. So just used a little bit, a little snippet of that Stand By Me song. Well, now I'm gonna have the whole Stand By Me song, and you get to choose if you're gonna play the scraper or if you're going to play the metal. If you're playing the metal, well, then you look at the picture of me playing the metal instrument. If you are going to play the scraper, you are going to look at me playing and the picture playing the scraper instrument. It is the whole song, well, I mean, as a version of the whole song of Stand By Me. It has all of the words, even more than we listened to the other day. So I hope you have fun. This is Stand By Me for ukulele, piano, pencil, water bottle, knife, and fork. 2, 3, 4. When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. And darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, and the mountains should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. And darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Whenever you're in trouble, you just stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Hey, how'd it go? I hope it went well. Maybe you had somebody join you. Maybe you had a sibling or a friend, or you had maybe one of the grown-ups in your house joined you. If you want to do it again, well, open up Seesaw again and rewind that video and you can do it again. If you want your family to see just the song, you can find it on Mrs. Potvin's Music Room YouTube channel, but have a grown-up help you find YouTube. That's not something that you should do on your own. Lastly, before we're done today, so we're going to be talking about found sounds for the next couple of weeks because we're all in our homes for the next couple of weeks, right? If you have one of these, this is from a paper towel roll, but you know, they come shorter too for those toilet paper rolls that are so hard to find nowadays. If you have one of these that's empty, keep it. Put it in a place where you have your school stuff because we're going to use it. Or maybe this one is one that had something was shipped in it. It's a smaller one. Keep that. Or if you have an empty water bottle, keep that. Or if you have a can, you're going to keep that. So I just am going to put these together in a place in my house where I'm going to call it my music instrument box, and I'm going to keep them together because we're going to use them in music class. So collect your cardboard. Talk to you later. Take care.